We got our first lobby up in the game. Will be with Red here as killer against Blake, Rick's wing, and Mr. Mythic is going to be subbed by I think Tavion or someone else. So he's got to get subbed out. He's not here, so, or he can't make it. Obviously, the map will be Rancid Abattoir. Red goes as Trapper. Wow.
A Trapper game. That is very iffy considering Riff, Blake, and Rixa and Tavion are very self-aware survivors in the sense that they're not just going to be walking around willy-nilly, not looking for traps if they know they're against a Trapper.
Yeah.
So this match really will be hit or miss for Red playing Trapper.
Yeah, it'll definitely be like she needs to get the traps earlier, probably like not at all, because like you're playing with, like, as she said, just kind of like hardened survivors who will like just to like avoid specific areas. But
most definitely.
She had an issue there where she tried to place a trap, but there was another trap on the ground, so she had to like place that trap, pick up that trap, and move that one.
Yeah.
She's just laying her traps down around generators and pallet, two pallets of one's by the haystack as everyone's working on gen. Like one gen's got 3 men. And Griff is soloing a gen by the abattoir in heartbeat range. We're continuously just setting traps, like one outside the window of the abattoir.
You know, Trapper is always such a hard killer to play because if you take too much time in the pregame to set all your traps, you lose out on any type of 3-gen defense you could have, you know, been wanting to enforce whatsoever because, again, you're setting traps rather than controlling gems.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like she actually has a strong 3-gen right now either. Like, she made it early, but maybe she did spot it out and that's what she kind of went to it. Because she, like, just then was recently, like, found all 4 of them in the same area and, like, got a hit on Griff.
Right.
But she's like trapped pretty basic spots like the window, obviously, which like everyone's already avoiding the window and didn't go through there. And Tavion goes back to that gen they were all working on and pops it, but takes a hit for it and drops a pallet.
One of the most difficult things to do as a Trapper is to kind of manipulate survivors into running into traps because once you go against players that just aren't stupid, they're not gonna waltz into traps on their own. You know, the most like effective trapping method would be for you to kind of coax them towards your trap area, like in the middle of a chase, so that they don't have time to disarm it or go around it. They're just kind of forced to run into that and take that devious.
Yeah, either take a hit, go down, or just like run into it.
Right.
It's different. Like Tavion just throwing down massive like pallets and jungle generators and hitting right around the shack here, but Tavion just got mind game by Red by she just vaulted the window.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just working on gems. Blake healing up Griff in the corner by a generator as Red continues to chase on Tavion, gets stuck between a tree and a barrel. I hate those things. Red just baiting out with pallet stun and like didn't respect the pallet and gets pallet stun there just because of it. I guess she just wants to burn all the pallets down just because it is such a annoyance as a Trapper and just kind of like having them everywhere. Because like you just so depend on those traps for any sense.
Really.
Oh, Rixa, Rixa steps in a kind of a really oddly placed trap, to be honest, by a generator.
Whatever
gets
works.
Grabbed up and picked up, thrown on her, so that's 1500 views right there, and a hook for Red.
Who was that with that flashlight? That was very ill-timed.
That was a moving flashlight, I think, too. So it was like sidestepping as
you know. I see most of my peers in the group. They see a flashlight save get done, and they think that I just have to blind the killer during a pickup animation, and that actually isn't what it is at all. There's actually really specific timing that goes into it. It's the frame right after the pickup stops and the killer gains movement with the survivor that the blind takes effect. It drops the survivor.
So you just gotta. It's almost like frame perfect, like for the survivor.
Literally, it literally is. It's just something I see often.
Yeah.
A common misconception.
It's definitely like one of like the most like top tier things. Like if like you get master flashlight saves, like with yellow flashlights and stuff, like you're golden.
Oh yeah.
To just do well in the main game and like pugs like this.
It's honestly such a like fantastic point generating tactic in pugs too, because not only do you get bold for the blind, you get like, I don't know what the exact number is, but it's some 1,000+ altruism for the killer grasp rescue.
Is it like a hook save?
It pretty much is. I'm pretty sure it's like 1800 something, which is exactly like a hook save. Yeah. So flashlight blinds are very great. Tavion kind of slow vaulted into that trap.
Yeah, I
unfortunately.
think he slow vaulted to maybe like try to, I don't know, like maybe pixel lock it, but it just like sucked him into it anyway. So like that's Red's second trap going.
Red's
off.
doing a good job of grabbing them out of the traps as well, as opposed to smacking them, getting that extra devious for her.
Extra 500, like that's like an extra 1,000 she just got because she picked up them from traps.
Yeah, and Blake actually almost walked right into that trap.
Yeah, he
trap in that grass.
He stopped last second, then started disarming it. I was like, wow, you're lucky day. But so everyone's on the save. No one's on the gen right now. Griff goes in for the just to take the hit off of everyone else, but runs into Blake at the Rancid Abattoir. I don't know if Red is giving chase. She is. Blake running behind Griff maybe to like block a hit or something, but no one's on gens. And Red goes for Blake. A lot of pallets have already been burned as well.
She has some pretty good pressure so far.
Yeah.
With people being injured, pallets being used up.
So, like 3 gens done and 2 people hooked, not bad. I would say a lot of the really good pallets have been used as well. Like the cow tree pallet's gone.
Yeah. She just needs to get like 1 or 2 kills out to stop the overall progress.
Yeah, like if she gets a death hook, probably here in like a couple minutes, that'd be great.
So it looks as if there's technically 4 gens done, because we just saw Red walk up to a 90 giants on the map.
So I don't know if like no one's on gens, 'cause they're all pretty much 99, except like just saw one that wasn't. But no one's like hardcore on a gen. I think they're just kind of walking around trying to find their traps for that passive boldness boost. Because it's 300 for a trap disarm, like worth it. But Red kind of doing like a sort of a smart thing, like going in and out of chases just to place her traps, like and not like letting them get disarmed and then she just never moves them. But
she's also capitalizing on extra hunter as well.
Yeah. So like initiating chases and then just giving up, so like that's a free 200, and then she can like pick up the chase anytime if she just remembers where they're going. Red hitting the gen where Griff, Rixa, and Tavion were all at. Red spotting out Tavion, but then goes back for Rixa and Griff takes a hit there at out of like the window, and he vaulted and just hit it, didn't see it. Just trying to cycle through them.
Yeah.
Griff just running right around a slight jungle gym there, up on the harvester, but Blake's also there, so he had to take the other window. He had to take the other window, and he goes down the side of the harvester, but Red can't pick him up from there, it's just go up and drop down. But she knew Blake was there, because she knew someone else vaulted.
Really unfortunate timing that Blake was there to block that window for Griff, though.
Yeah, I feel like maybe Griff could have hopped that window, like right up Blake, but like Red was pretty close. But
yeah, he would have needed the vacuum to get over there faster.
Yeah. Oh, Red spots out pretty much every survivor just there after getting a hit on Blake. Saw Tavion and Rixa running about and gets another hit on Rixa as they get Griff up.
Now, this is a really good moment for the killer in this scenario, because without communication or perks, injuring all the survivors just puts them in a state of like, they need to slow down and go get healed back up before they worry about getting saved, because nobody wants to get caught out with no pallets injured and just go down.
Yeah, like it causes kind of like confusion, but like lucky enough, like they all kind of regrouped and got but Rick, like, just then Rick's got intercepted into the shack trap, and
Yeah.
Griff got the attention of Red, so Red dropped Rick's and Griff hopping the window and dropping the shack card on Red from behind as she was placing a trap, and the trap still stands there, so like the trap just gonna stay.
That trap actually does catch you, by the way, if you vault the pallet in some scenarios. I've seen it like bug out and trap people through it. I'm not too sure how that works.
Would that be like the same glitch? Like if you were to hop it, it would like get you stuck in pallet, but instead, just since there's a trap there.
Yeah. Very strange, but I've seen it before.
That is so stupid. So, Red actually is maxed on Hunter. She needs no more of that. She just got 5k brutality. She has 3 traps and 3 grabs. So that's like 4,500. So she's almost 5k on the deviousness. She just needs a couple more traps. She'll get.
Her points are really doing fantastic. She just needs to kill 2 people and then get the rest of her brutality from those guys, the remaining ones, and then her devious could just come from the 4k, no one escaping.
Yeah. No
the
one
2,500 bonus.
Yeah, she just really, most of all, like, the sacrifice is not even half, so she just needs more of that.
She needs those hooks.
Griff going into the back basement hook as Red places a trap at the bottom of the stairs, tapping out, spotting it out as Rick's and Blake just work on solo gens around. We're just placing traps. I don't know if she's like going for just like kind of odd places like kind of around grass or like gems, but she's like, they're working out in her favor, like where she has put these few traps that have caught people.
Random traps work the best, I find, because it's the type of trap you just don't expect, and then you fall for it.
Exactly, yeah. It's like, or like just she's staggering them so well too. Like she picked up the one from the window and put it like on the side, and the one she placed next to Griff worked out because it grabbed Tavion, so she gets a 15-minute there. And Griff
he ran straight into it. Red's doing fantastic on points at the moment. Unfortunately, she is going to miss out on second hook on Griff, and actually, she's not. He got saved right before second stage.
Right before, and then, like, I think she was going to hit Griff down again, but I think the auto-aim took over and hit Tavion on hook, and all the unhooks got out, but everyone is injured. So no one's really safe, and they're all in, like, kind of the same area as she just continuously hunts down Tavion, I think this is.
Yeah, her pressures. I think did she just get 360 by Tavion? I swear she was closer to him right before.
I think he just went through the one side of the jungle gym, and then she like went around and he hopped the other window.
Okay, I was gonna say, because she was right behind him right before we swapped views, and then he ended up at the window.
So I was just like trying to keep up with like every other moment. It's like, oh, there's so much going on. Rixa goes down and for his hook, and Blake last second tried to flash that save, but it didn't work, and that's Rixa's second hook. So Red is actually like managing her points very well. Like she's getting her sacrifice points up. Her deviousness is like just going up because of the trap placement. Everyone's injured. More brutality. Blake goes down as Griff and Tavion are still injured. They look like they were healing for a second there, and then they just dispersed because Red isn't there. But Blake goes on his first hook, I believe, and as Rix is still on his second hook, but he's about to get on hook by Tavion. He's probably just going to heal up.
Yeah, Red is doing very good at the moment. I'm surprised, honestly.
No, yeah, with Trapper, like, I thought the amount of just, like, pallets that
because you think about it,
like,
Trapper has the one power in the game that is mostly dependent on the survivor making a big mistake.
Yeah.
You know, with the hag traps, they have a big radius to fall into, and you can't disarm them. They're just kind of stuck there. You can crouch past them, you can flashlight them, but there's no vanilla way to get rid of them, as you can just, disarm with your hand as a survivor when it's a trapper's trap.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those killers where it's difficult to play if the survivors are too smart. But she's making good work with her traps and giving them the play she needs.
No, yeah, her, like, her ability to kind of like stagger her traps and not like listen to the same like kind of obvious, you know, spots and are like really paying off for her because she's gotten two traps that like I thought were not gonna ever grab someone, but they did just because they were so out of the blue, like in terms of placement.
Yeah, she's playing very smart.
Starts popping gens, and Blake goes down at a pallet as Griff's around, but I think Red spots him out. She runs around like she did, but didn't see him. And Griff is like line of sighting Red so hard right now that she might pick him up.
If Griff can stay out of view for just a few more loops of Red, just getting rid of her paranoia, he could get this easily.
Nah, there's no way that she goes to the other side of the hay and finds him. He takes a hit with that. Tavion is now there as well for the potential save. I don't think Red is going to take this though. I think she was just found more. She actually spots out Griff somehow working on the gen right next to where Blake went down. Sorry, I missed that. I just thought. Griff is now just laying down as Tavion is getting chased next to Blake. And they're just all in the same area. Rixa's just working on the gen. And Griff is down and nowhere near. So Griff has no one to save him really except for I guess Blake, because Red is giving chase to Tavion. As they who popped that gen? Rixa? Or Blake? Someone did. The Tavion goes down.
I'm not too sure.
Red finds. No, there's no way Rixa, because like Rixa was working a gen that was like 20%.
Right. Yeah, the survivors are really feeling the pressure at this point, and they're just popping the gates trying to make sure they don't die, because a lot of hooks have gone out with that basement fiasco that went down just 2 minutes ago, I'd say.
And Tavion is actually dead. Like he was on his death hook and he got hooked. On the way to that hook though, they spotted out the trapdoor and Rixa sees it. Griff is injured. He's making his way to the exit gate. Why does it do that? They're making his way to the exit gate, and he's out. He passed the line, so he has to leave. But he's coming back, though. He passed the point and then came back. So I don't. Since he's a fill-in, like I don't know if the penalty like applies to him.
I don't think he knows.
He may not know. Yeah.
Because he has yet to play Survivor in this group at all. This is actually his first event, so I don't think he knows what's happening.
True. And Blake just up and left. Like it's just
Blake was securing his points.
Yeah. And looks like Rixa is too. Even though he only had like half bulb left, and Griff disarming Red's trap at the tree there, and Griff just standing at the exit or the escape hatch. Then Red an extra swing and then he jumps through. I think that game was actually like very well played by like just both sides. Like it was very like even and up until the like end even. Just like everyone was on it with generators saved, and Red was on it with like her trap placement and just who to go for and like what she was prioritizing.
She did great.
Yeah, no, like I think her trap placements there are primarily why she got so much what she got. She got 28.4K.
Nice.
Which I don't
think
is
a fantastic score without, 4K.
Yeah, without 4K and like as a trapper, like who's I would say is the worst killer like for this setup, like this format.
Right.
To get points. But Blake on top actually with 29K.
Nice.
29K even, and then it's Blake with 28.5. Rixa with 19.7.
Looks like we've got a doctor. and a muted Skooks.
Wow, Mike muted. That was nice.
Yeah, wasn't too sure for a while there. Just wanted to give it some more time before I said something.
I pressed it because like opened water bottle and it was really loud. And then I pressed it again and didn't read it. But yeah, so Shnar, Doctor. I don't know if he knows how to play it. That's what I was saying. But here we go. He already spots out Tavion. Shocks him up a bit. Gets a hit off of him. Wasn't after a shock, so it's just a normal hit. No attack bonus.
Unfortunately, so.
Tavion tries to kind of like mind game him there, but Shnar just kept following him like manually, and he just goes down in the killer shack where the basement is.
Unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. As Rixa and Blake is cleansing a totem. Equine is doing nothing. Rixa is on the generator. Equine looked like he's going for the save, but Equine gets found out. He's just getting shocked over and over again. But Equine 360 Shnar, 360s him again. Finally, Shnar gets a hit on Equine after the third 360. And Rixa is just cleansing a totem. I don't think anyone's actually going for Tavion. No one's going for Tavion. They're just cleansing totems.
I'm not even too sure those were 360s as well. I think Shnar was just kind of baby swinging at him. Because there was like, yeah, I watched one of those where Shnar just kind of baby swung towards exactly where Equink was. But it just wasn't like, you know, long enough to connect.
Quite possible. I just don't know. Like...
Yeah, like he did it again. He just like he clicks his mouse rather than holding it down.
Oh,
that he's stuck now. Oh no! Why didn't Shnar? Does Shnar know that he locks survivors out of vaulting when he shocks them? Because he had Equing in a corner there, but did not go to punishment mode.
I don't think so, because like every time he shocks, he just keeps like shocking. He doesn't switch into punishment mode.
Yeah, that was a very easy down. He missed out on. That's gonna be some momentum that he's lost out.
Yeah, like he just shocked, or he shocked Equine earlier and then like missed a shock there, and Equine throws down the pallet and then he switched to punishment. But if he had like shocked him there, he would have done the same.
Yeah, he's having a lot of missed opportunities here.
Yeah. And now Equine has him in like a playground. So what? Snar's just constantly swinging at the same window, where, like on the same side. Equine's on the through. But Equine got shocked there, and Shnar, hopefully he'll go down in it. He does. As he tried to 360 Shnar. In the meanwhile, though, Rixa, Tavion, or Rixa and Blake all completed gen, with Tavion looking to get the save on Equine. I think for Doctor, like, D isn't his problem. It's more just like having people be really close to like tier 3 all the time, and just like being able to know where they are, sort of. And getting the attack bonus is pretty crucial for him too, just to like max out that deviousness.
This is how you play Doctor to his defensive. He was never a Doctor. This is true.
Shnar spots out Rixa going around the power tree there, and gets a couple shocks on Rixa, who's now in tier 2, almost tier 3, gets another shock off, but actually manages to get the hit on Rixa as he vaults over a window, and Equine kind of sandbags Equine as he's like snapping out of it, but he fully snaps out of it just in time, and Shnar went for the swing but missed. As Blake and Tavion are just doing a generator together. And Rixa was like sort of trying to mind game Shnar, and Shnar went through the pallet, and Rixa just stood there and couldn't get the pallet down. So he's down that pallet.
I'm not too sure what Rixa was doing. Why didn't he loop through and vault the middle vault? That was an easy loop.
I'm not sure. I thought he was trying to just get the killer stun by like trying to go down, and like when Shnar was going to go through, he threw it down, but maybe got stuck on Shnar at the corner. But Echoing goes down because Shnar knew that he would stick around, and he actually spots Tavion as well too. So he has 2 downs with a third possible. But no, he picks up Rixa on the pallet, and they throw it down, and Shnar gets teleported to the other side of the pallet. Way too early on that pallet save. So now Rixa is on his first hook as everyone is in the same area. Blake gets spotted at that pallet, and Rixa gets saved from the hook by Ekwing. Ekwing gets hit by the window of the same jungle gym. And he gets hit again as he goes down. And Blake and Tavion are just working on the same gen in the middle of the field.
He's kind of... I wouldn't say he has a whole lot of momentum, but he has an injured survivor on the hook, so he's keeping up pace with the generators at least.
Yeah, he has good defense for sure, because he's gotten a lot of shocks and a lot of bonus attacks. And Sacrifice is good because Echoing is now on Death Hook, and Rixa will be in struggle. Tavion was on hook too, I think. So Tavion will be in struggle. Rixa goes to where they were all hooked to get all killed up, so they will all be healthy. Good. Shnar finds Tavion, he's just trying to shock him. He gets the hit on Tavion before he drops the pallet. Tavion gets the pallet stun though. And he just swings at the Shnar goes back to the generator to kick it in, and he just swings at it for like no reason. As Ekwing runs up to it and stops the progression of it. And Ekwing is just kind of taunting Shnar with his Dwight plays. For a second I thought Ekwing like mind gamed him there because like Shnar lost sight of him. And then Ekwing 360 Shnar there. He spots Blake out, but Ekwing just keeps kind of pestering him in the corn, so he's probably like messed up. He just gives up and goes back to the generator.
I'm not too sure why Ekwing is, wasting his time trying to big spin the killer in the corn and lose out on any possible points he could be getting elsewhere whatsoever.
That's like his MO though. Like that's what he's like done since day one.
Yeah, I was about to say since day one he's just kind of been how can I say this without being offensive?
He's a montage guy. Like,
he's
for the big spinners and the
I just watched a video of big spins and I want to do them too type of player.
he's doing it too, and he's just like jumping around, and he goes for the window fake, which Shnar doesn't take it and downs him there as he vaults that window.
He isn't even using his shack vault that he has right there next to the jungle gym, plus double pallet layout. Like, some of these situations, it's just like, I don't know how people go down there. You have so much to work with, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Like, he just went for the same and didn't like switch it out. And like, Shnar got free blood loss of that too.
Yeah, you can't just sit at the same L wall, you're gonna get bloodlusted eventually.
What? So, Ekwing gets taken to the basement, and he actually was on his death hook, so Ekwing is dead, but someone...
Did he Kobe again?
No.
Or did he just get hooked 3 times?
He just got hooked 3 times.
Oh, interesting.
But someone, on the way to the basement, someone threw the shack pallet, and now that's gone.
Wow.
I don't know who threw that, but that was...
Shambles.
Like...
Shambles.
He's just But now since Eggwing is dead, I think they're in panic mode and are just gonna pop gens from here on out.
Unfortunately, only one gen remains with one death out, so these survivors may just pop up and get the hell out.
Yeah, and no one is on. Rix will be on struggle, and I think same with Tavion. Blake hasn't been hooked yet. He's played very. I wouldn't. He hasn't played like immersively. He's just played more objectively than anything else. I think Shnar is about to find Blake though here, but jammed by the hardest beds, and Shnar goes for a very whoa. I think I got a massive leg spike there because the game just froze entirely and Shnar was just standing in a generator, so I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, my stream froze up. I just had to pause and play. It's actually stuck at the same spot again. I'm gonna try to refresh. No, it's good.
Okay.
We're fine.
Sorry about that. Oh, good. But anyway, so Blake was getting chased, but then Shnar like lost him as Blake ran on the harvester, and now he finds Rixa. And then Rixa gets hit with a couple of shocks and then a punishment mode. He's in tier 3 actually, so he needs to snap out of it before he can heal or do anything.
Definitely.
Blake, surprisingly, is still only sitting at tier 1 madness. Shnar going for a pallet lunge, and Rixa just throws the pallet in his face for a killer stun. I think Shnar's getting the hang of like how Doctor works though with the punishment and treatment as the rest of the survivors just pop the last gen. Both going for individual exit gates. Rixa just continues to get chased. Manages to juke out Shnar for one hit, and then just after that he gets hit again at the window as Blake and Tavion opening both exit gates. Rixa should be, I think, struggle. Yeah, so he's in struggle now. Tavion, I think he's been hooked as well, so he would be in struggle if he got hooked. Blake has not seen any sort of progression from Shnar here, but he just reached tier 2 madness and Blake gets found out by tires and Blake just takes off. Blake just leaves the game. Tavion goes in for the save on the trick stuff. And Shnar doubles back there. Tavion was body blocking for Rixa, and they're both gonna get out. Happy day, good ending. Echoing the day. More balance points, like definitely lower than last games, but Blake on top again with 24.2. Tavion with 20.8, Rixa with 16.2, Ekwing with 10.1, and Shnar with kind of a low 22.9. Costco's playing Freddy.
Interesting. Hopefully he plays a smart Freddy and not put one survivor in the dream world and tunnel the entire time.
Yeah, tunnels them and then just like forget like what everyone else is doing, or...
And then swings on somebody that's not asleep.
Yep. I do that sometimes, though, like, if people are searching a chest, and it's like, huh, and then... But he actually finds 3 of them right away. And
I believe you need to relink your Steam account to star points.
Oh, yeah. I think he actually went down somehow. I didn't catch that, but he went...
I caught a glimpse of him at the side of the map with no pallets or jungle gyms whatsoever, trying to 360 the killer. Again!
It's just big spins, dude. It finds Blake by the harvester, and Blake goes down here as he saves Ekwing from the hook, and Ekwing gets put back into the dream state hero.
We really need to find a different sub for players that are just, not taking the competition seriously. It makes for a very dull and entertaining match where people don't try at all, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know why people don't play, like, as if they were, like, really playing. It's just
why enter a competition to not even compete? Somebody else could have used that slot to actually, do their best and compete for a prize.
Yeah.
It's a little inconsiderate, but, we'll move on.
No, yeah,
Just food for thought. Food for thought.
That's like the whole, like, point of being called a competition is it's competitive and, like, people want to win, so, like, yeah, if you're trying to have fun, I get that, but like people are trying to win. Like fun isn't.
Yeah, you can have fun in pugs or ranked games, just not an official tournament where we have limited slots and somebody else could use that. That's
yeah.
It's just
I see what you're saying. I'm same sentiment here. Like like the biggest thing of like this tournament particularly is like the people who just like were wanting to like drop out because they had. It's just like, come on.
Yeah, that's also a little ridiculous. There's a lot of factors that come into the end game with the league season, which could be somebody missing a game, somebody, taking a very early death. Things like that happen. You can't give up early. You have to keep going. You play to the end. You don't win, GG. You got better. You practice the game. You're ready for next time.
Right.
It's a learning experience. I find that people have no resilience when it comes to taking a bit of a loss in scenarios like that. And it's just like, just gotta get back up, bro. Just get back up, keep going.
Just stand up, get up, stand up for your right. Costco actually is not playing this badly, like, to be honest. I thought it would be kind of like a shit on Costco kind of themed.
Yeah. Costco's actually doing pretty good.
And yeah,
I have to give him his props here.
I know. I'm kind of speechless. Like, he's put everyone consistently in dream state. Like, Rixa's now slugged, Freddy. But
He's evolving.
And yeah, like, he's improved his game. His game sense is still that.
I'm not gonna lie. His
like,
game sense with sleeping people as Freddy is very on point. He's doing a good job of making sure everybody remains in Dream World, keeping the constant pressure, taking advantage of the slugging, and his free deer stalker with his ability, and he's overall, keeping the pressure high. I do give him props for that.
Yeah, no, he's actually playing this like very methodically, like to more than like I would regularly see from Costco.
Yeah.
Like anyone can really see.
Like what he did just now was he downed somebody on the corner of the map, then went to the middle area and downed somebody else, and took the time to hang them up and kick in the generator while the survivors were using up time going to go save the initial downed survivor rather than working on generators. So he's kind of just making them, very slowed down in the sense of like, they can't get their objectives done if they have teammates laying on the floor.
Yeah, now because of it, like, Ekwing is now on death if he gets caught again, which Costco actually finds and getting down to him.
Yikes. It's going to be an early death and really good pressure for Costco with 5 gens still up.
Yeah, he'll just be he'll just be laying there as, like, they pop 1 gen, and they're now going in for the rescue, but when they go in, Costco, for some reason, didn't just see... How did he not see Rixa? Like, Rixa just ran right in front of Costco, and Costco didn't see him. We finally actually saw him now, and got Blake into the dream world, and Rixa, and got a hit on Blake.
Excellent.
And he has full deviousness already.
Wow. Yeah, he's got a lot of his dream hits. I noticed that, I forget what it is. I think it's if you get a hit after sleeping someone, you get like 500 devious on top of Dream Chaser. Like, all types of dream things, you know?
Yeah.
His deviousness is very, very good.
Yeah, his deviousness is like, it's up there with nurses. Like, you get, just for putting people to sleep and then hitting them, it's 500, like 500 consistently. And that's like every time they go to sleep, so it's just like, it racks up. Blake goes down at the cow tree and he'll be hung. Right there at the tree. As everyone else is out of dream state, and they're working on that mid-gen with Rixa closest to Blake. Blake is on his struggle, so after he gets rescued, him and Ekwing will be dead on hook. And they've only popped one generator. No, two now, but...
Rixa looting a green flashlight. Oh, baby.
Some flashlight kills from Rixa, but Ekwing gets spotted again by Costco, and same with Tavion, so they will be put to sleep. And I think Costco here should get max deviousness. He has almost full brutality. And mind you, wow, so Tavion and Ekwing jump the abattoir window, and Tavion
vaults back for whatever reason?
Yeah, vaults back, and Costco like leaves it almost perfect.
I'm not even sure if that was a read. I think he just saw somebody, he just vaulted straight back and was like, okay.
He like turned around and was like...
Equaling, running around in the basement, sacrificing himself just to go down right away.
Yeah, he's now dead. Yeah, it's like, so, no, I'm honest, sub 10k, but there's no way he was over 10k.
Didn't someone in the chat say he was gonna win the Brazil plot? I had no idea it was April Fool's today.
Well, wait, it's November.
Oh, really? I didn't know. Thanks for letting me know.
You're welcome. I looked at my calendar.
I took calendar.
No, it's who's the guy in the chat yesterday? He's going to win it all. He's better than me, JT. It's time to admit it.
Oh yeah, totally. I might as well drop out of the competition now.
Yeah, like
what am I gonna do? He's unbeatable. Anyways, back to the gameplay.
So on my screen, Tavion isn't asleep, but he is. So, you know, good spectating. It's just shit like this that is just really wacky. Cause then Rixa, who does look like in the dream state, Costco even like tried to put him back to sleep. and just like is now not respecting pallets but doesn't break them. And Rixa and Tavion are both asleep and they're both injured. As Blake just continuously play solo regen. Just break the pallet, Costco. He does, and makes a flashlight blinds him there. He bought himself some time to start looping around another pallet. The Costco
I don't know
just
why
like,
Rixa hugged that part of the wall for a moment.
Costco baits out the pallet drop, and Costco like, what happened? He's like, he's playing this like so well all of a sudden. Definitely improved from before, like, and now finds Blake and Tavion, puts them both to sleep, so he should know where everyone would be, and looks to get Tavion down in the abattoir. Vaults that window when there's a doorway right next to it, but you know. Costco continuing to chase on Tavion, who will go down here because there's just no pallets. has that max deviousness. His brutality is full, and so is his hunter. And I'm pretty sure his sacrifice will be up there after this hook there as well. It'll be full. Yeah, there it is. It's full sacrifice. And Rixa and Blake are just 2-manning a gen by Rock. And Costco knows about it, and he's going over there. Spots them both, puts them both to sleep. As Tavion is struggling.
So does he actually have a good generator set up to protect, or is he just kind of going around the map?
It looks like he has 2 generators, one that they were just working on and one like next to it.
Yeah.
He would have had a really good 3-gen if they didn't pop the one in the abattoir. That would have been like the closest 3-gen he has. But he has 2 close ones and then I think 1 far away. Rixa getting the unhook on Tavion. Costco's there to just put them both back to sleep. Living up to the Freddy tunnel though. As his Tavion is just getting chased by Costco once again.
Yeah.
And they're all 3 in the same area, and Rixa just got hit now. Tavion and Rixa are both injured and in the dream state, and Blake is also in the dream state, but he's uninjured. As Rixa goes down at the harvester, and Rixa's dead on the move. But Tavion gets thrown out by the same generator, and hopefully maybe he's trying to get the skill check to pop. But he knows where Blake is because Blake's asleep, so he knows where Blake is and Costco will be coming for him. And he is. He's right behind Blake. Will Blake get a skill check? No, he pops off of it just in preparation for it. Gets the killer stun on Costco, who wasn't going to respect that pallet. Costco's on a way to get a 4K.
Okay, see this path?
They managed to get all healed up and safe, and Costco has lost them all because they're now all out of the dream state. Finds him again at the hook, gets Blake put back into the dream world. As Rixa cleanses a totem, and Tavion is also, no, he's not asleep. Costco with the max brutality and max deviousness, almost at max hunter points, finds out Rixa as Rixa takes him around the shack, throws down the shack pallet. Rixa will be dead on hook. Tavion is dead on hook. Blake, I'm not sure about. When Rixa goes down, he's gonna be dead on hook.
So that's 2 deaths going out. There's still 2 generators remaining.
Yeah, and Blake is in the dream world, and Tavion is right next to where Costco puts in the gens. If he had seen Tavion, that would have been pretty much it, because unless Blake works on the generator and snaps out of it. Blake with the nice little immersion play there, going on top of the harvester and just looking over and crouching. Costco doesn't know where he is. Costco really needs to just like look around and be able to see where Blake is. Generator Tavion was out, and Tavion is still just around. Costco looked dead at Tavion's ass and didn't see him. Oh boy. This like lullaby shit really is just
Yeah.
Does this fix it? Oh my, it puts a stop to it. And then spectate again and just kicks right back up. He spots out Blake and pops the gen right in Costco's face. Do you think generators, when they are popped, should wake someone up who is working on them?
No. Because albeit the noise and like action is kind of like loud, it's not as loud as an explosion when you fail it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like part of his power being so strong is that you have to sacrifice generator progress to wake yourself up by blowing it up and regress.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. We can like counter to his power. Costco finding out Tavion at the harvester, and Tavion gives him a little juke there, but Costco manages to finally get the hit on him. Just chasing him around the shack. Goes for the window, and Costco's there and downs him. Blake looking to pop the last generator and just get out, but I don't know if he'll pop it, because then you'll know where he is. He does pop it. And Costco's on his way over, and Costco finds him. Blake? Yeah, this is gonna be a 4K here. And that's it, Costco 4Ks with Freddy.
Fantastic. It's
Wow.
too bad this score doesn't count for anything.
No,
because
yeah, it
he's
doesn't
a
count
sub.
for him. Yeah,
But at least it's good practice for him. He's got a lot of points as well.
yeah.
Fellas, everyone in it is at my command. Check this out. Butler?
I was told to play this with Costco before so it's like Costco's theme song and Costco's name.
Around this every little member, but this perfect world begins and ends with
Me!
what's his name? Cusco! That's his name! He's the king of the world! There's a him what? Yeah!
Ow! Threw off my groove!
I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the image.
You were saying?
What's his name? Cusco! That's his name!
Costco.
Cabo, yeah, Costco 32 kid with Freddy.
Oh my god.
32. 30 fucking 2 with Freddy. And-
Wow.
Wow. Ooh, Draco's playing Wraith. Be fun to see him bing bonging around with his little bell. Bing bongs to find Blake opening a chest, even though that sounded like that was right in Eckling's ear. I thought he found Eckling, but no, he found Blake. Gets the hit off on him. Just looping them around out there as Tavion works on the abattoir generator with Rixa, and Eckwing just sitting at a harvester. Just Eckwing things. They're continuously looping.
I have
around.
returned.
Welcome back.
Ewing, sporting a ketchup Dwight. Not surprised. Just if I'm gonna die right away, why not be a beacon?
Why not? You want to be fashionable, you know?
Yeah, why not just be a big red target?
Gotta get that toe for sure.
Of course. So we have Drakanator playing Wraith, I see.
Yeah.
Very interesting choice. A very bold choice.
Managed to get the surprise attack off on Blake and downed him. Got him on hook there. And his Eckwing actually takes a hit there as well, and he goes down.
Beautiful.
So trying to cycle to him, but couldn't. All you need to know, he goes down right by where Blake was hooked.
Unfortunately.
So 2 people have already been in hook before Jen has been like even close to 99. And Draco finds Tavion working on the abattoir gen. As Rixa and Blake go for the heal on Equity. It's weird that there's no music right now. It's kind of empty. It's like all these plays are happening, but there's just no like. Surprisingly, they're like Drakanator's getting like all these hits off, and like people are just throwing pallets down. So pallets late game won't be an issue because people have been just wasting them and throwing them down, and someone just saboed a hook right in his face as Tavion goes down. It was Rixa.
Interesting.
Blake actually managed to find a Ranger medkit. Rixa with the worn out tools kit. Rixa taking the block for Tavion and almost wiggled out. If Echoing went for the block, he would have wiggled out. Instead, he'll get the save. There's no music's really throwing me off. It's just like, it's quiet.
Yeah. It's really dry
Yeah.
for the spectating experience, not having the music, sound cues and all that.
You can make her like, you just put on smooth jazz over us.
Why not?
I'm doing it right now.
Imagine.
Can I get out of your ads? Oh yeah, here we go. Perfect.
This is JT the One on DCG 105.9. Sit back, relax, enjoy the tunes and the gameplay.
Kick off your shoes. Light a cigarette. Sit down with us as we watch the raid. Mr. Drakanator running through the bushes as he just hooked Equine for his second hook. Equine is now dead on hook if he
Are we even
So
supposed to play music with the game? I don't know if this is allowed. I'm just a co-caster.
Dude, there's no music. I'm trying to make it spicy enough that like it's not like just dry and
DCG at night.
GCG Broadcasting Radio Station. Parent company, Starpoint Interactive. Blake goes on poke, I think, for the second time, and Eckwing just like sacrifices himself in front of Blake and is down. And if he got hooked again, he would be dead.
Well, Equing killing himself yet again, getting an instant hasty save. Ay ay ay. You see, I don't understand, like, why you could just wait 15 seconds for the killer to walk away, and you can pull him off the hook without dying.
Just Eckwing.
And I do believe we have one of his disciples defending him in chat. How to get bullied by a mouse. Get on turn step 2, actually try to have fun. This isn't a place to have fun, my friend. A tournament is where you compete against other competitive players, not play like an idiot and die instantly for quote-unquote fun purposes.
I think everyone just needs to sit down and have a cup of coffee on here at DCG Radio 9.9 in the morning.
Have fun, you don't join something competitive. It's not a
Eckwing
place
goes in for
fun.
the save, dive on the hook in the basement, and gets pulled off by Drakanator and will be put on for his death. Eckwing is dead.
Oh, Equing getting yanked off of a hook save without...
Tavion spamming his camera in obvious assurance that he loved that play from Eckwing right there. Blake gets
You
caught
see,
up
here's the
around
thing,
that
man. Here's the frustrating part for the players, though. Tavion may die now, because Equing was the only person close by without aggro on him to get the save, and unfortunately, getting himself pulled off and killed in that scenario caused the killer to stay around longer during Tavion's struggle stage. So it's, you know, it's kind of like the way you play can affect
That
the
was
teammates.
that was the weirdest thing though. So Blake actually
It looked like he
and
hit
yeah,
Blake.
yeah, it was so weird because Blake, first of all, amazing bait out of like the swing there by Drago, and then he hit Tavion, and then the animation played, and what is going on? Oh, the stream like that. Damn. So Blake gets hit through the window as he goes down in the basement, looking for his second hook? No, his death hook. He's dead. Oh my lord and jeez.
What is this lag?
I'm not getting any. This should be good.
That is weird.
So Eckwing and Blake both dead with 3 gens done, and Draco's spotting out Tavion and Rixa. Both are injured now. This will be a low-scoring game for Drago no matter what, though, just because of how it's been, how paced it's been. Like 2 deaths already. Like really points that he won't get back only because you know brutality or Hunter, but definitely slower for the survivors. If I was Drago here, I'd just slow up, just like start kicking in gens and just let them like regroup and heal, just to squeeze out those like little drops of points.
Right.
Finds out Tavion though in the abattoir, gets a surprise hit, just downs him. He'll be slugged. Hey, we got in-game music back. We don't have to jazz it anymore. That's good. And then it went away again. What the Tavion and Rixa just healing up now. I don't know. Yeah, Drago is going to go back and spot out both of them, just healing up in right there. Tavion is fully healed, so Rixa should just go down here, and then probably the same thing will just happen. Very... Drago baiting out the pallet drop there from Rixa. Rixa grants him that, and then now Rixa just has him in a kind of a jungle gym in the down pallet, so it's just, you know, gonna take him around a while.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate situation we have here.
It's very unfortunate. Rix has no pals to work with, and Drakanator's just gonna get the attack bonus as he just cloaks and uncloaks continuously behind Rixa. Tavion is just going gen to gen, popping them whenever they have. He's just popped one there, and he goes to a gen that's been like 80%, and he will pop that very shortly. Rixa doing a good job of looping Drakanator around the shack. Rixa thinking he's gonna hit him, but he doesn't, and then Rixa goes down after Drakanator stops close.
Rixa hitting the big spin. Got a nice 360 juke right there.
Yeah. It's unfortunate he went down though. Very unfortunate. Oh, I thought for a second Drakanator would not see Tavion like crouched in the cornfield, but he manages to find him.
Rest in peace. And it looks like he only noticed that little thing of corn move, unfortunately.
Yeah, it, like he saw like her, and then he's like looked at it, and then he saw like Claudette's ass there, just kind of crouched. But Tavion baiting out a swing and managing to get the unhook on Rixa, so they're both injured, but at least Rixa is off the hook now. And Drakanator baiting out the, or trying to get a swing on the pallet, but Tavion just drops it on his face for the killer stun. Tavion playing, both Tavion and Rixa with these pallets, they're playing very well with them. That one was a little, you know, shoddy. He was maybe going for the reversal, but Tavion finds hatch by one of the harvesters in the corner, and Drakanator actually just leaves him there. I don't know if Tavion is dead on hook or not, but
I'm not too sure. It's taking a lot of willpower not to get involved with Twitch chat, though.
Oh, is there some stirring to be had?
Yes, we do have some low IQ Neanderthals defending interesting topics, but you know what? We're above that.
Here at the DCG radio.
Here at DCG 105.9, we focus on the tunes, the games, and that's about it.
Tunes and games. You get him up, Rixa. Rixa beating Tavion up. They both are on hatch. They both know where it is, and this is kind of a tough spot for Drakanator because, like, if Rixa's not dead on hook, so if he hooks Rixa might just kill himself and Tavion might get hatched. So he can't really risk going for the hook on Rixa, but I don't think Rixa would kill himself because he obviously wants to escape. Points matter, and Tavion's don't because he's just a filler.
Yep.
But he will go for the hook, but has no hooks in like close proximity. But he should be able to get this hook because he's only halfway. It's about 90%. Tavion just dive bombing the hook. Will go for the unhook. Will he get anything? He does. Tavion goes down though, and Rixa has little to no pals to work with, but Tavion gets hooked here, and he is dead on hook. Drakanator knows where Hatch is. He goes straight back towards it, as Rixa just stands on it, and Rixa needs to move. Rixa needs to. Rixa!
Oh
Rixa
no!
goes down right
the
on
situation.
on Hatch.
No.
And Rixa, he gets in the hatch last second, dude. That
No
is
way!
insane.
No way! No way!
The hatch opened the
Oh
last
my
second.
gosh! Wow! Fantastic escape for Rixa.
Wow, that was timed.
Porkchop's in the
perfectly.
chat.
That was intense. My god. Like, everyone played. That game went, I felt really fast, but everyone, like, who didn't die early, played that really well. Because Rixa got 22.7, Tavion got 18.9, Blake 14.7, and Eckwing 8.4. Drakanator got 31.3. So, for players that like count for the killer bracket, he did the best in terms of like battling with Red, who got 28. But you know,
Fantastic.
Costco with the filler, the 32 with Freddy, like tops the score, but unfortunately he's just a filler. But yeah, that concludes everything for today. So the next stream will be next Saturday at do you know when? Because I don't. I think it's like 5 p.m. Pacific, West Coast time. I'm not sure. Message Starpoint. You know, check your local listings. My name's Skooks. And it's been good streaming. And JT, thank you for coming on co-casting with me.
My name's JT, and we are signing out.
See you guys.